Hello everybody, my name is Miguel Sanchez, and welcome to episode 2 of Logo Evolution, a series in which I'm doing in association with the Audiovisual Identity Database, or AVID for short. In our previous episode, we took a look at an iconic movie studio that turned 100 years old that's iconic for their animation and live-action franchises, Walt Disney Pictures. In today's episode, we'll take a look at Disney's sister studio, which happened to be the former 20th Century Fox, 20th Century Studios. So get ready for it, guys. This is going to be a long video, guys. If you do not want to see any of these long segments, skip ahead. You can feel free to pause at any time. For now, without further ado, let's get started. First, let's take a look at the description of 20th Century Studios. In 1935, 20th Century Pictures Incorporated and Fox Film Corporation merged to form 20th Century Fox Film Corporation. The hyphen was dropped in 1984. During the golden age of Hollywood, it was one of the big five studios. The others were MGM, Paramount Pictures, RKO Radio Pictures, and Warner Brothers. From 2013 to 2019, it was a subsidiary of 21st Century Fox Incorporated, which was formed when News Corporation split into two companies. As of January 2023, their three most financially successful films are Avatar, released in 2009, its sequel Avatar: The Way of Water, released in 2022, and Titanic, under international rights, released in 1997, all of which were directed by James Cameron. 20th Century Fox also has a specialty division named Fox Searchlight Pictures, currently known as Searchlight Pictures, who distributed its titles internationally until 2019. On December 14, 2017, the Walt Disney Company announced its plans to buy most of 21st Century Fox's assets, which included a bidding war with Comcast. The process was completed on March 28, 2019, with the last pre-Disney release from the studio being Alita: Battle Angel, released on February 14, 2019. The remaining assets of Disney did not acquire, notably the Fox Network and Fox News, were spun off into a new company called Fox Corporation. On January 17, 2020, Disney announced that it would be dropping the word Fox from the company name, presumably to avoid confusion with Fox Corporation, renaming it to 20th Century Studios, along with Searchlight Pictures. Nevertheless, Disney continues to own perpetual rights to the 20th Century Fox name for the studio's legacy film library. However, the studio was still legally incorporated and traded as 20th Century Fox Film Corporation until December 40, 2020. However, on December 4, 2020, the company has been using 20th Century Studios Incorporated as a copyright for 20th Century Studios and Searchlight Pictures, while the company has been using 20th Century 20 Television Incorporated for the copyright of 20 Television Productions as a Disney subsidiary. As of early 2020, titles from 20th Century Studios and Searchlight Pictures are released internationally through Buena Vista International. Now, without any further ado, let's get started. The company was founded as 20th Century Fox. This is their first logo, used from November 8, 1935 to September 11, 1968. The logo reads, same as the 20th Century Pictures logo, except Fox appears in place of Pictures Inc. Alternate video descriptive video translation. Searchlight appears near a starry night sky, sweeping the clouds and illuminating a towering evidence in the form of 20th Century Fox. Here, the trivia reads, like the original 20th Century Pictures logo, this was designed by Emile Cosette Jr., who, among the other things, created the Statue of Liberty Matt Shaw in Planet of Thieves from 1968. Technique, 2D animation. Music and sounds, a redone variant of the 20th Century Pictures fanfare as composed by and conducted by Alfred Newman once again, which has become one of the most famous pieces of music. Availability, very common. It's still saved on just about every 20th Century Fox release from 1935 to 1968, with some exceptions. The legacy, the majestic fanfare, and the unique design cement this logo's reputation as one of the most iconic logos of all time. This is their second logo, used from September 16, 1953 to December 11, 1987. The logo reads, a redrawn version of the previous logo, but the back of the structure now has a visible ending point. The the 0 in 20th is slanted at a 45-degree angle. The left searchlight is redesigned, and the two searchlights in front of the camera have been removed. Here's the trivia. If you don't want to read it, you want to read it for yourself, pause anytime. The technique, same as the previous logo. Music and sounds are on your screen right now. If you want to read them, skip to please pause at any time. Availability is very common. This is their third logo, used from February 16, 1956 to December 12, 1967. The logo reads, a redrawn version of the last logo where the 0 is not slanted like the 1935 logo and the text is bolder than usual. The trivia reads, the second episode of The Simpsons' 27th season, Q Detective, features a cinemascope 55 regular 0 variant when Principal Skinner puts the 1967 version of Dr. Dolittle on for the children at Springfield Elementary. In typical biting the hand fashion, all students shout "Boo!" when the Fox logo appears. Just like the previous and next logos, it was designed by Rocky Longo. Technique, same as the previous logo. Music and sounds. February 16, 1956 to 1961, the full cinemascope fanfare for the previous logo. From 1960 to 1966, the short fanfare or the opening theme of the movie. From 1965 to 1967, silent or the opening theme of the movie. Availability, seen on large format 70mm CinemaScope 55 films. It made its first known appearance on Carousel. The regular 0 variant without the CinemaScope type or 20th Century Fox Presents card is seen on The Sound of Music and Dr. Dolittle for 1967. The 60-bit version is only seen on Predator 2 for Sega Genesis. This is their fourth logo, used from probably August 28, 1981, who knows, to around August 5, 1994. The logo reads, another redrawn version of the last logo. This time, the structure is as off-center left as the late 1960s variant of the 1953 logo. This design of the logo still continues to this day, albeit in a slightly modified form. The trivia reads, this logo was designed by Rocky Longo, repainted the 8-layered glass panels and straightened the 0. This logo is actually traced over the 1953 logo if one lines up both variants over each other. Technique, traditional animation. Music and sounds. They're on your screen right now. If you want to read them, pause at any time. Availability, very common. This is their fifth logo, used from July 12, 1994 to January 22, 2010. The logo reads, on a black background, two searchlights swoop across the screen, first one by one, and then both at the same time, in sync with the opening drum roll, revealing a top aerial view of the 20th Century Fox structure, redone in CGI. The camera moves down and then around the structure, revealing a Los Angeles/Hollywood skyline in the distance and a starry, cloudy blue/purple/orange sky in the background. Midway through the camera's panning, a yellow light, most likely the sun, shines behind the structure as the second half of the extended fanfare begins, and the camera pans past an additional searchlight in front of the structure before settling into its more usual position and angle. The orange byline, a News Corporation company, fades in at the bottom of the screen. Here's the trivia for this logo. If one looks very closely, several hidden details can be found in the background, such as the Hollywood sign in the distance and the signage of fictional restaurants/stores behind the structure, including Steve's Place, referring to Steve Bell, former network production president of 20th Century Fox Television, now called 20th Television. Burns' Tri-City Alarm, a homage to Studio Productions animator Kevin Burns' late father, who owned a burglar and fire alarm company in upstate New York. Murdoch's, referring to then Fox CEO Rupert Murdoch, and Chernon's, referring to former News Corporation president and Chernin Entertainment owner Peter Chernin. There's also a sign reading Studio Productions, which of course refers to the company that animated this logo. The structure looks similar to the 1981 logo. This logo's design had been used earlier for the 1992 28 television logo. It should be noted that the panning animation is similar to that of the 1993 to 1995 Fox Video logo. Technique. The CGI directed by the late Kevin Burns at Studio Productions, now Flip Your Lid Animation, who are previously animated for the logos for Paramount Pictures, Universal Pictures, What If It's a Television, and Morgan Creek. Music and sounds. It's quite long, so if you don't want to read it, pause at any time. Availability is very common. For Legacy, with this logo being redone in CGI, it ultimately became a favorite to many, both inside and outside the logo community. This is their 6th logo, and the last one as 20th Century Fox. It was used from December 10, 2009 to January 10, 2020. The logo reads, a redone, more realistic version of the 1994 logo. This time, it is in a dark/orange evening environment. When the structure is in its distance, you can see an extra searchlight and a pair of palm trees on the bottom right-hand corner. Here's the trivia. It is on your screen right now. If you don't want to read it, pause at any time. Alternate video description. Alternate descriptive video descriptions. 2009 to 2015. In a logo, a towering block of gold letters reads 20th Century Fox. Hollywood spotlights crisscross their shining skyward beams. For 2009 to 2013, News Corporation byline. After the above description, World Spear, a News Corporation company. From 2015 to 2020, searchlights sweep in an evening sky, piercing clouds, and illuminating a towering evidence in the form of 20th Century Fox, with the lights of Hollywood, palm trees, and the hills beyond. Technique. CGI designed by Chris Wedge and Carlos Saldana and animated at Fox's now defunct siblings company Blue Sky Studios. Music and sounds. The 1997 Fox fanfare composed and conducted by David Newman, same as the one from the previous logo. Availability very common, despite no longer being current. Legacy. Many consider this logo as a suitable successor to the original CGI logo. Finally, they changed their name to 20th Century Studios. This is their 7th logo, which has been in use since February 21st, 2020. The logo reads, nearly the same as the final 20th Century Fox logo, except Fox is replaced with Studios, and the word Century is made slightly taller to accommodate for it. The logo has also been enhanced with more realistic lighting and textures, a slightly different skytrap backdrop, and different palm trees, sleeker and shinier searchlights, and a larger, more detailed Los Angeles cityscape. Alternate video description video description reads, searchlights sweep in an evening sky, piercing clouds, and illuminating a towering evidence in the form of 20th Century Studios, with lights of Hollywood, palm trees, and the hills beyond. Technique. CGI produced and animated by Picturemill, based on Blue Sky's design, who also did the 2002/2005 versions of the 1997 Universal Pictures logo, and the 2008 to 2009 Nickelodeon Movies logo. Music and sounds. The 1997 Fox Fanfare Oration, composed and conducted by David Newman, the same as the final two 20th Century Fox logos. Availability, current and common. It can be seen on the majority of its films, released since February 2020. Legacy. Some consider this as a suitable update to the previous logo, although the name change at first was not as well received. And that's the evolution of 20th Century Studios. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll be happy to help. With all that said, thanks for watching this episode of Logo Evolution. If you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like, share this video with your friends, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, also turn on notifications to miss a new video. Please subscribe to notifications to miss a new video from me, as we're on the road to 3,100 subscribers. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Logo Evolution. Next time on Logo Evolution, we'll be taking a look at 20th Century Studios' sister studio, where it's all about foreign, art house, and independent films. Next time, for episode 3, we'll be taking a look at Searchlight Pictures. That's next time on Logo Evolution. Special thanks to the Audiovisual Identity Database for helping us out with this episode and the entire series. Link to their website will be in the description down below. Again, thanks for watching. Like, favorite, subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Laters!